Are you wasting time proving yourself to others? Do you feel like you have to explain everything, from your plans, dreams to your goals, just to get someone's approval? If so, it's time for you to stop. Look around at the world. The most successful people don't spend time convincing others of what they are going to do. They let their actions speak for them. Meanwhile, what about the mediocre ones? They talk too much, but do too little. Remember Napoleon Hill's words. Tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it. When you talk about your plans too early, you not only weaken your motivation but also open the door to doubts and negativity from those who don't truly support you. Your brain is tricked into thinking you've accomplished something, making it easier to procrastinate. But the truly successful people are different. They don't need validation. They focus solely on doing. And when they succeed, they don't need to say anything, because their results speak for them. So, what do you want? The noise or progress? If you really want to change your life, it's time to focus on yourself and stay silent. And in this video, I'll show you how to do just that. The truth is, no one cares about you as much as you think. Everyone is busy with their own lives, with their own problems. But instead of focusing on themselves, many people spend their time trying to prove themselves to others, people who don't even think about them for long. Try to remember the last time you shared a big plan with someone. You felt excited, full of motivation, right? But then, did you actually get to work, or did you just stop at talking? Science has proven that when you talk about your goals, your brain releases dopamine, the hormone that gives you a sense of satisfaction. You feel like you've achieved something, even though you haven't done anything yet. And the result? You procrastinate. You lose motivation. But it doesn't stop there. When you publicly announce your goals, you unknowingly open the door to doubts, criticisms, and negativity from others. Some will doubt you. Some will try to bring you down simply because they fear you might surpass them. And the worst part? You start doubting yourself. So, what's the lesson here? Don't seek approval. Don't waste time explaining or proving yourself. Let your results speak for themselves. Focus on taking action, and when success comes, you won't need to say a word, because your achievements will tell the story. Have you ever wondered why the most successful people don't talk too much about their plans? Why don't they need to announce every step they take yet still achieve great things? Simple. They understand that talking a lot doesn't create results. Action is what makes the difference. Silence is not just a habit. It's a powerful strategy that helps you control your life and focus all your energy on the important things. When you stay silent, you not only avoid the negative influences from others but also help yourself maintain maximum focus. You're not distracted by pointless arguments, unnecessary judgments, or doubts from people who don't want to see you succeed. You have full control over your own path, rather than letting others decide what you should do. Imagine a day in your life. How much time do you spend explaining, justifying, or proving yourself to others? How many conversations do you engage in that don't really add value, but just distract you and drain your energy? If you really calculated, you'd realize that a large part of your energy is being wasted uselessly. The truth is, not everyone cares about you as much as you think. Everyone is busy with their own lives. But sadly, many people spend too much time seeking recognition from people who don't even care about them. When you talk too much about your plans, you're creating an opening for others to interfere, question, and plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Remember, successful people don't need validation from others. They don't need permission to pursue their dreams. They don't need to convince anyone they're on the right path. They simply take action and let their results speak for themselves. Today's society is filled with endless debates. From social media to daily conversations, we easily get caught up in pointless arguments. But debating doesn't change your life, action does. You don't need to prove to anyone that you can succeed. You don't need to explain why you're working hard. You don't need to justify your choices. People who are truly focused on themselves don't waste time debating. They let their results speak for everything. Remember, success doesn't need excuses. Success only needs perseverance. Did you know that the fewer people know about your plans, the more likely you are to succeed in achieving them? When you share a big dream, not everyone will support you. Some will act supportive, but secretly doubt you. Others will try to bring you down because they don't want to see you go further than them. Envy is a common phenomenon. When you start showing signs of success, many people around you will feel uncomfortable. Instead of being inspired by you, they feel threatened. And they will do everything they can to make you doubt yourself, to slow you down, to make you feel not good enough. The best way to avoid these negative influences is to stay silent and keep moving forward. Let your success be the strongest answer. Look at successful icons like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Warren Buffett. Do you see them announcing every detail of their plan before carrying it out? No. They don't talk, they act. They understand that talking about their plans too early can diminish motivation and open the door to unnecessary obstacles. They work in silence, focusing on action, and only let the world know when the results are in. There's a principle that successful people always follow. Underpromise and overdeliver, which means promise less but deliver more than expected. Think about the times you've heard someone say, "I'm going to do this, I'm going to achieve that." And then you wait, but nothing happens. They fail, or they didn't do what they said. That makes you lose trust in them. On the other hand, if a person doesn't talk much but suddenly shows up with results beyond expectations, that will make a stronger impression. The lesson here? Let your results speak for you. Always do more than what you promise, and you'll leave people in awe. Robert Greene, the author of the 48 Laws of Power, said, "Always say less than necessary." Why? Because when you talk too much, you weaken your own power. Open up opportunities for others to doubt you. Waste energy on meaningless conversations instead of taking action. Smart people always know that silence is a powerful strategy. It helps you control the game, keep focused, and make others curious about you. The power of silence lies not just in avoiding useless conversations, but also in how it helps you stay focused on your goals. Successful people don't waste time on unnecessary debates. They don't seek validation from others. They don't announce every plan before it becomes a reality. They act. They work in silence. And they let their success speak for them. So, which path will you choose? Continue seeking validation, arguing with others, and letting your mind get distracted? Or stay silent, focus on yourself, and turn your dreams into reality? Remember, the sun doesn't need to shout to prove it shines. It just rises, and its light speaks for everything. Don't talk, just do. Truth that is hard to accept. Accept, comparison is the enemy of happiness and success. In the age of social media, we can easily get caught up in the cycle of comparison. We scroll through the dazzling images of others on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and immediately feel inferior. We look at someone else's success and ask ourselves, "Why haven't I achieved that yet?" Or, "Am I going in the wrong direction?" But you need to understand that every journey has its own pace, and no one is forcing you to go faster than anyone else to succeed. Comparing yourself not only takes away your confidence but also makes you lose focus on your own path. When you spend time being envious of others, you are wasting precious energy that should be used to build your own future. Comparison is the enemy of happiness and success. Have you ever felt like you're not good enough, not fast enough, or not talented enough just because you saw someone else achieving something you are still dreaming of? That feeling comes from measuring your success by the yardstick of others. But in reality, no one has the same journey. People start from different points, have different conditions, and pursue different goals. When you compare, you only see someone else's highlight, and don't see the full picture. You see a successful entrepreneur but don't see the years of relentless work behind it. You see someone with a toned body but don't know how many hours they've spent in the gym. You see someone living a luxurious life but don't know what they had to sacrifice to get there. Comparison is a trap that makes you forget what you have already achieved. It makes you impatient, lose faith in yourself, and even hesitate. But the truth is, You are not inferior to anyone, you are simply on your own path. A tree that takes 10 years to grow doesn't feel inferior to a flower that takes 3 months to bloom. Nature has given us a wonderful lesson about time and patience. An oak tree can take decades to grow into a strong and tall tree, while a flower only takes a few months to bloom. But does the oak tree feel inferior to the flower? No. The flower blooms quickly, but it also fades quickly. The oak tree takes longer, but when it matures, it's strong and lasts for hundreds of years. People are the same, each person matures at a different pace. Not everyone succeeds in their 20s, 30s, or 40s. Some people start later but still achieve great things. You may be in the germination stage of your life, while someone else is in the blooming stage. That doesn't mean you're falling behind. Be patient with your own process. There is no fixed rule that you must succeed by a certain age. You have your own time. Don't let society define the pace of your success. Today's society often pressures us to succeed as soon as possible. We hear about young billionaires, stars who are successful at a very young age, and start to think that if we don't achieve something early, we've failed. But the truth is, there is no right timeline for success. Look at some real-life examples. Colonel Sanders founded KFC when he was over 60 years old. Ray Kroc turned McDonald's into a global brand when he was in his 50s. Stan Lee, the father of Marvel Comics, didn't have his big career breakthrough until he was in his 40s. Everyone has their own journey. Success comes to you at the moment you are ready to embrace it. So, don't let societal expectations discourage you. Focus on yourself, your own pace, and trust that you're heading in the right direction. The story of David versus Goliath. Focus on your own strengths. One of the most iconic stories about focusing on your own journey is the story of David versus Goliath in the Bible. Goliath was a giant warrior, massive, powerful, and fully armed. Meanwhile, David was just a young man, with no armor, no extraordinary strength. But what made David win? David didn't compare himself to Goliath. He didn't try to defeat Goliath by facing him directly like a normal warrior. Instead, David focused on his own strengths, his agility, his ability with a slingshot, and his confidence in himself. While other warriors were scared of Goliath's strength, David knew he couldn't win in a conventional way. So, instead of fighting hand to hand, he used his slingshot to attack from a distance, and with just one stone, he brought down the giant. What's the lesson from this story? You don't have to become someone else to succeed. You just need to leverage your own strengths. Focus on your own path. Everyone is born with their own path to follow. If you keep looking at others' paths, you'll never complete your own journey. Instead of worrying about how someone else is moving ahead of you, focus on improving yourself each day. Instead of comparing, why are they richer than me? Ask yourself, what can I do today to improve my financial situation? Why are they successful and I am not? Tell yourself, I need to focus on developing my skills and persistently pursue my goals. Success is not a race. It's a journey that each person follows at their own pace. When you stop to compare, you are slowing yourself down. But when you focus on yourself, you are moving closer to your goal, step by step. Comparison is one of the biggest traps that hinder you on the road to success. It makes you feel not good enough, not fast enough, not talented enough, even though in reality, you are walking your own path at the pace that suits you best. Remember, a tree that takes 10 years to grow doesn't feel inferior to a flower that takes 3 months to bloom. Everyone has their own time, their own journey, and their own destiny. Don't let society define the pace of your success. Focus on yourself, on your strengths, and keep moving forward, not to beat anyone, but to become the best version of yourself. One thing that very few people realize is this: your energy is your most valuable asset. It's not money, it's not time, but your mental and emotional energy that determines whether you can achieve your goals or not. Unfortunately, most people waste their energy on things that don't matter, leaving them drained and with no strength to focus on what really matters. Have you ever felt exhausted and not accomplished anything useful? Have you ever been sucked into meaningless arguments, wasted hours on social media, or been influenced by the negative people around you? If so, now is the time you need to learn how to protect your energy. Your energy is your most valuable asset. Don't waste it on things that don't matter. Meaningless arguments. Every day, thousands of debates take place on social media, at work, and in life. Some people feel the need to respond to every criticism, explain every decision, and prove they're right. But do you know this? Successful people don't waste time on endless arguments. Do you think Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos spends time arguing with people who hate them? They're too busy doing important things. You should be too. Not everyone needs to understand you, and you don't need to convince everyone to believe in you. Instead of draining your energy by explaining or arguing, use it to create real results. Your results will be the strongest answer for anyone who doubts you. Social media and comparing yourself to others. One of the biggest drains on your mental energy is social media. Be honest with yourself. Have you ever spent hours on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok just comparing your life to others? You see someone buy a new car, and you feel inferior. You see a high school friend who's successful now, and you start doubting yourself. You see someone else traveling, enjoying life, and you ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? What you see on social media is only the tip of the iceberg. You don't see the struggles, the failures, the times they had to fight to get what they have today. Remember, your journey is unique. Don't let social media make you feel like you're falling behind. The solution? Limit your social media time. Only use it when necessary. Spend more time on yourself, read books, learn new skills, focus on personal development. Instead of comparing, learn. If you see someone successful, see what they've done to achieve it, instead of feeling envious. Negative people, always doubting and bringing you down. Have you ever shared your dream with someone, only to be met with comments like, "That's too hard, you probably won't make it. Stop dreaming, just get a stable job. I don't think you're good enough to do that." The truth is, not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some people feel threatened when you go further than them, and instead of supporting you, they'll try to bring you down. Stop and evaluate the people around you. Who truly supports you? Who always sows doubt and negativity? Who brings good energy, and who just makes you tired? Spend time with those who encourage you, who help you grow, and stay away from those who are only negative. How to protect your energy? Stay silent and take action. Not everything needs to be shared. When you stay silent and focus on action, you not only protect your dream but also avoid unnecessary energy drains. Work in silence. Let your results speak for themselves. Set small goals and achieve them daily. One of the best ways to maintain energy is to have clear goals and focus on small steps. You don't need to achieve everything immediately. You just need to be 1% better than yesterday. Write down the 3 most important things you need to do every day. Spend your energy completing those before doing anything else. Focus on small but consistent actions. This will help you go further without burning out. Learn to say no to things that don't serve your growth. People often find it hard to say no because they're afraid of upsetting others. But if you say yes to everything, you'll quickly become exhausted. You can't please everyone, and you don't have to. Ask yourself, does this help me grow? If yes, do it. If not, say no. Remember, you have the right to protect your energy. Be selective about what deserves your time and effort. Your energy is a precious asset. Don't waste it on meaningless arguments, social media, or negative people. Focus on what truly matters: yourself, your development, and the things that bring value to your life. Stay silent, take action, set small goals, and focus on your own path. Learn to say no to things that don't serve your growth. When you know how to protect your energy, life becomes easier, you feel more motivated, and you'll achieve greater success. Control your energy, because where you place your energy, that's where your life will change. In the end, the most important thing isn't how much you know, but how you act. You can read hundreds of articles about focus, the value of silence, and how to eliminate distractions, but if you don't start applying them to your life, it's all just empty theory. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful isn't knowledge, it's action. Those who achieve great things aren't successful because they know more than you, but because they dare to do more than you. They don't waste time debating, they don't drain their energy on unnecessary things, and most importantly, they don't talk much about what they will do, they just do it. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start exercising next week. I'll learn a new skill next month. I'll change my life, but not right now." And then what? The next week, next month comes, but you still haven't changed anything. Because you only talked, but never really did. There's no perfect time to start. If you keep waiting, you'll wait forever. Start today, start right now. Do you want to be healthier? Get up and work out right now. Do you want to learn a new skill? Open a book or sign up for a course today. Do you want to be more successful? Stop scrolling on social media and start doing things that really matter. No need to wait, no need to announce to the world, just act. See silence as a strategy, a secret weapon. When you stay silent, you maintain intense focus because you're not distracted by others' opinions. You're not affected by doubt, jealousy, or negativity from the people around you. You conserve powerful energy because you're not wasting it on pointless arguments. You create curiosity and mystery, making others wonder what you're doing. And most importantly, you devote all your time and energy to actually achieving what you want. Successful people don't need to shout to prove themselves. They don't need to explain, they don't need to convince anyone. They let their results speak for everything. Have you ever seen a successful CEO post on social media every day about plans they haven't even carried out yet? No. Because they're too busy working, taking action, and making everything a reality. So, what about you? Will you continue talking about what you're going to do, or will you take action? Let your accomplishments be the strongest answer to anyone who ever doubted you. If someone doesn't believe you can succeed, let your results make them quiet. If someone criticizes you, let your accomplishments surprise them. If someone mocks your dreams, let your life prove them wrong. No need to talk, just do. Remember, strong people don't need to explain, they let success speak for everything. If you've read this far, it means you're ready to change, ready to act. So, let's make a commitment together. Leave a comment below. Action over words. Let this be your declaration to yourself. Starting today, you will stop talking too much and start doing more. No promises, just action. No boasting, just results. No recognition, just perseverance. The world doesn't reward those who only talk. It only belongs to those who dare to do. Are you ready? If so, act today.